I just made a video going over my top 10 albums of the 2010s. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a video about the top 10 songs of the 2010s. And this is kind of interesting to me because it actually was easier for me to narrow this down because I'm not really much just a song person. I'm more of an album person. I like listening to full albums. I like experiencing full albums um, completely through. So it was easier for me to just like pick songs that really kind of stand out to me from the last decade, the 2010s. And I had these. Once again, I'm not gonna do just like a countdown list of like 10 to 1. I did a little bit. I'm not doing it in alphabetical order like I did my last video though either. I'm gonna do this more of like in the order that they came out throughout the 2010s. The first song I wanted to talk about here, I actually found out about probably in 2011, 2012. Because I watched the movie Drive. I've talked about that movie and the soundtrack here on this channel quite a lot. It was actually very, very big and important to me in that time, honestly. A time where I was mostly listening to hip hop music. But the song I wanted to talk about that was in this movie is called A Real Hero by College and Electric Youth. And this song just like when it comes on in the movie and just like it just has like this like ambient kind of feel to it, and just like it's just so beautiful sounding, and the vocals, and just it really just it fit the vibes of the movie so well, and just I just love this song. Like I really just got so hooked on it after I listened to it. This and the song called Under Your Spell by Desire, which couldn't make it on this list because that came out in '09. But this song actually came out in 2010, and I really I just really love it. I just every time I listen to it, I really love it. It's just such a great sound, such a great song, and easily one of my favorites from the decade. The next song I have on my list here, I'll have a little bit of a background to this song. So in 2010, I was at the beginning of 2010, I was in 7th grade, and then at the end, I was in 8th grade, so middle school at the time. Interesting time to be transitioning into the new decade, like going through puberty, going through big changes myself. It was really interesting how that kind of worked out. But this song just really brings me back to middle school and being in middle school, and it just shows like just the I guess the 2000s kind of leaking into the 2010s to an extent. And the song I'm talking about is Like a G6 by Far East Movement. This song just like goes hard, man. I don't know what it is. Like still to this day, it just sticks with me. It just like it's just a banger. Honestly, I just love it. It's really sick, and I mean it's just like interesting me listening to this like as like a middle school kid, and it's just like about partying hard in the club and shit. And it reminds me of the song TikTok by Kesha, which was another song I ever listened to at that time. But Like a G6 just like is one that really sticks with me now, and I can still like listen to it and just like dance to it, and it just bangs hard. It's just a really fun song, and really brings me back to my middle school years and just like that turn of the 2010s. The next song I want to talk about is going to remind me more of when I first started high school, my freshman year of high school. I really got into this at the beginning of that year, and the song is Yonkers by Tyler the Creator. This song just still just hits, man. It's just like it's such a unique sound. It just has like this like haunting just atmosphere to it, and I just like it really entranced me back in the days. I've always been into like spooky shit, I guess, to an extent. I've always loved Halloween and just like scary things. I just a big buff when it comes to stuff like that. And this song just like really scratched that itch for me, and it really took me a while to get more into like Tyler Creator and like Odd Future in general's music, but that happened later down the line. But this song just really sticks out to me, and it still just goes so hard, and it's fun to turn on, and the music videos honestly really good too. The next song here is just an anthem of the 2010s, and I just don't even need to get in any more introduction. It's probably the best pop song, mainstream pop song that came out of the 2010s, and that's Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. This song just is so catchy and fun to listen to, and It reminds me of when I went to the beach in 2012 with one of my friends, and we met like these two girls on the beach one night, and like we're talking to them, and one of the girls like ended up like posting on my like Facebook timeline, just like the lyrics to like her version of the lyrics of the song, and it was really fitting. It was like we had just like, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. Here's my number, and and we like exchanged numbers and shit too. So it was like it was very fitting, and just like it was like that song was like really hot at the time too. So that was really cool. And but this song just still just goes so hard, and it's such a great pop song, and really just defines the 2010s to an extent. Next song I want to talk about is by an artist that got huge during the 2010s. I mean, he was pretty popular around when this song came out, but just blew up in the world. And but this is when I kind of like really got introduced to his music and was kind of into it. I mean, I had been into some of his stuff before this, but this is like really something that I got really more interested in. And this also reminds me of my freshman year in high school. And that's the song Over My Dead Body by Drake. This is the first song on his album Take Care, and Take Care was actually a big album for me for like getting more into hip-hop music and like actually listening to an album all the way through. Wasn't really listening to albums all the way through that much when I was in middle school and going into stuff. I really started getting into albums when I like listened to this album, and it's definitely his best out of all of his work. And I really don't like his new stuff. I don't pay attention to him much at all anymore. But this album is actually pretty solid. There's a lot of great songs that happen on this album. There's a lot of cringy songs at the same time, but this song just really sticks out to me. I just love just like it has this like kind of R&B feel to it. It's not just like a straight up hip hop song. It's like an R&B song with like just like these light piano chords throughout it. They're just beautiful sounding. And the other vocalist on this album is a woman named Chantal Krebiazuk. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I'll throw the name on the screen here, but they just like really are captivating and just beautiful sounding, and they just I love them in that song. And Drake's flow through this song is actually really good too, and I just really like the song all around, and it really just reminds me of that time, and just getting into stuff like that, and just like it felt like kind of more mature to me, I guess, in a way, like me getting more mature within music, like listening to something with just like these light piano chords and such throughout it. Like I was like in middle school, just like looking for the bangers, man, just like everybody else. But this is just like a song that just like it's kind of a turning point for me to an extent. Next song's a little bit of a change of pace here, and I didn't really learn about this until later in the 2010s. But this song is called Cornea, and it's by a band called Suslalun. This really just this whole album is called Riala, is really just incredible screamo that came out of that time. And this was not something I was listening to when this album came out at all, but I got back into it, like I said, in like 2017. I've talked about it on this channel before. I had a coworker when I was working at Panera Bread that really turned me on to this, and I've listened to this song in particular a lot. And it's just a really just sick, incredible, just like screamo song, and just like it has just like all the right things that I love within screamo music. The vocals are sick, the instrumentation is just sick, and just like the way it's put together, it's just such a sick song, and just a sick album really too in general. But when I think about screamo music, this is just like exactly what I love within screamo. The next song I want to talk about is one that has actually even like grown on me more over the years, and so I was listening to it when it first came out. So I was really like I got interested in this album when it first came out, and the song I'm talking about here is LVL by A$AP Rocky, which is on his first full-length studio album, Long Live A$AP, or Long Love A$AP, I think it was. Yes, Long Live A$AP, I believe. I probably fucked it up. I can't really think of it right now, but it's just like the love live thing. It fucks my brain. But this song just is such a unique and cool sounding beat. Just like that, like psychedelic, weird, just like atmosphere it has to it. It's just like trippy as fuck sounding, and just like really nails it. I don't really love like his lyrics as much on this song, and just like his lyrics too much in general, but sometimes they're okay. But just like talking about fucking bitches, getting money, shit, like just like, I mean, yeah, like I know there's substance to the lyrics to an extent if you dig deep into it, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just like cliche, I guess, within that, and just talking about the same things. But just really solely just the beat of this song is so sick and just so unique sounding, and I just love it so much. And it's just really just a cool fucking sound, and just like it stands out to me out of all the other songs on the album. And it's just, I loved it at the time, and I really love it now, honestly. And just really great, and just another just great hip-hop song that came out of the 2010s. I've got another hip-hop song for this next song that I want to talk about here, and just a pivotal person within the 2010s within hip-hop music, and that is The Black of the Berry by Kendrick Lamar. This album was released on his album To Pimp a Butterfly. It came out in 2015, which is the year I graduated high school, and I was not into it much at the time, actually. I had been into his album before that, Good Kid, Mad City, but I didn't really get too much into To Pimp a Butterfly at the time. I guess it was too much for me at the time to like really like understand it, I guess. Me just still being kind of a kid. But this song just like gives me chills when I listen to it. It's just like, just the anger, and it's just like really just the lyrics hit hard, and it's just such a banger at the same time, and it's such a solid song, and it just like always makes me feel emotional when I listen to it. Oh, this next song, one of probably my favorite pop song of all time. I absolutely love this song. I can scream at the top of my lungs, and it makes me feel so incredible on the inside when I listen to this song. And this song is called Tears by Charlie XCX and Caroline Polachek. And oh my god, I just love this fucking song. I just love the emotion in it, and I love just like the screaming, and just the picture it creates. It's just so emotional and heavy, and I just love shit like that. And it's just like the sounds that are on it, it's just like, oh my god, I fucking love this song. It's probably my favorite song of the entire 2010s, and honestly just one of my favorite songs of all time. I just absolutely love it every single time I listen to it. Charlie XCX, incredible person, incredible artist. I absolutely fucking love her. I've loved her for a long time. And Caroline Polachek, incredible vocals. I love her music as well. And they just go so well together in the song. There's such great creative minds coming together on this song, and it's fucking perfect. And please listen to this song if you haven't heard it before. It was on Charlie's Pop 2 mixtape that came out in 2017. And the last song I want to talk about here is a song that came out in 2019, and I didn't hear about it until like recent years, a little bit. I mean, 2019 was somewhat a recent year now, but still. A song called 31 by the artist called Soul Glow. This Soul Glow is just a really sick, just like hardcore, like punk screamo band. And what's made this song so special is really just like them blending hip hop in with it so well, and it's just so sick. And just like it just starts off with just like this like really aggressive just like screaming, and just like goes into the fucking music so hard, and then there's just like this big just like turning point at the end of the song, and it just goes into this just like spacey atmospheric like hip hop beat with just like him keeping that same energy to an extent. It's just fucking sick, man. It's just it's such a great song, and just like really gets me hyped up every time I listen to it. If you haven't heard of Soul Glow before, definitely check them out. They're a really sick hardcore band, and I really love their early stuff. Their first 3 EPs just hit so hard. But that ends my list here for this video, and Let me know what your favorite songs from the 2010s are down below in the comments. I always love hearing what people have to say. And I just love what other people's opinions are. And as I stated in the last video, I'm not by any means saying that these are the best album or the best songs that came out of the 2010s. These are just my personal favorites from that era and my top 10 and what I think are the best songs from that time, that decade. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out here. As I always do, please support my friends here on the side if you can. Links in the description as always. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.